it was kind of a bad situation. It's just I was arrested 3 times for public intoxication, and I have a high alcohol level. That's all. And the police actually referred that information to my doctor because of what I do.
So when we hired you, that incident hadn't happened already?
So you got
No.
3 strikes.
So it happened.
Yes.
It happened during the 6 months that you had your last license. That's when the incident happened and they revoked it.
The 3 incidents.
So Dawson, why didn't you tell us about that?
What we're gonna do? Let's stop. Put on pause for a while. We have the backup nurse we have. We can get her, try and do up a contract for her as soon as possible. And what you can do?
You're gonna have to talk to Dr. Headley too.
Yeah. And what you can do? I want you to call the clients. You're gonna give Mr. Leo a list of the clients you worked with, and just tell them that we're just doing.
We're gonna have to give them. We have to allow them to come back.
Some quality assurance thing that we're just doing some
some checks.
Yeah. What do you call it? Some
Just testing them again and just making sure.
Complimentary checkup.
I don't want to pause I don't want to have a pause or a break in my job.
No.
I don't want to.
But what will happen? We would have to put you in another department for now.
Just out of curiosity, was she supposed to be a key person in your business? Apparently, she was. I wasn't sure what role she played.
She was a nurse. She was a nurse. Supposed to be.
Oh, she was supposed to be a nurse, so she was like your livelihood, the backbone of your business.
Like you was. Yeah.
That was.
A 2-4 is a 2-4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me ask you, if you had to redo it, having viewed it now, what would you have done differently? What have you learned listening, watching that?
Yeah, we should have just put on hold from the start. Speak to our HR person. And then know exactly what you do and allow our HR person to deal with that.
She was not, based on the contract you would have had in place, she would have had to have a health certificate. She did not have a health certificate. You terminate the employment until she comes back with a health certificate. The law is on your side, okay? And she should not have heard all your discussions.
Team 758 Urban certainly have tremendous creativity and street smarts. But can they deal with a disgruntled customer?
758 Urban is a team-structured organization to facilitate better the various aspects of the business functions, which are separated into groups based on a collective goal. Our teams will be a composition of members from different departments working together, which will create a more effective relationship amongst members for solving ongoing problems by breaking down functional departmental barriers.
Our team includes both the functional characteristics and as of a regular team characteristics. To our particular system. So we strictly do distribution. We do not intend, not initially intend on getting retail outlets of our own. We manufacture a finished good, and from our storage facilities, this will be clients or customers who have the option of coming to our facilities to receive, or we distribute ourselves to their storage facilities or directly to their retail outlets.
You confuse me.
Sorry.
You say you're going to manufacture, but then I saw you have manufacturing as external.
Yes,
external. It is external. The manufacturer.
No, you said you were going to manufacture and then
No, at the end of the manufacturing process, we don't manufacture. The manufacturing aspect of our business is outsourced.
Okay.
We don't dabble in that.
You're not making the shirts.
We're not making the shirts ourselves, no.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
We have a little bit of a problem because I was just talking to Maxine Large out of Canada, and she's a little upset about one of our franchises who operates out in Minnesota, right? They got a shipment of our t-shirts with shoddy workmanship on the front, and I want to know exactly what's going on right now. Can any of you explain this to me? I didn't introduce myself. This is, I'm representing 758 out of Minnesota. Yeah, and we have another franchise over there, Urban Men's Digs. That's the name of the company, right? They got a shipment of this material out of St. Lucia with crappy, shoddy workmanship on the front. I'm talking about, like, crap material. I mean, it's just bad. Like, we can't sell anything over there.
Well, I believe that would have been on our, not production, but the quality. I think we have a problem there, so I believe we'll have to recall that line.
Well, we've already done that. You don't have to tell me that. I've done that already. I want to find out from you guys, why are we shipping out this kind of crappy material?
We don't sell that. I don't know what happened. Maybe something went wrong, or the production supervisor didn't do his job.
How can we fix the problem?
It's
now
our
today?
product. It's our responsibility.
So you guys are responsible. So I can I can actually report that you three gentlemen are the ones who are responsible for this issue, for this mix-up, for this problem that we're experiencing right now?
It's our brand, it's our image. Whatever happened has to. I mean, fine. We'll take responsibility for it.
Who is down there in the room at the time when those clothes are being printed? That's what I need to know, because that's who I need to speak to. Was there a problem with the press at the time?
We have our production quality.
Nobody's answering my question. I don't understand.
I am Riani. I am in charge of advertising and marketing. That's what I do. And these two guys handle graphics and designs.
We hired Dale. So every time one sheet is being printed, he examines it.
Dale takes it to the manufacturing plant and he oversees the whole development process into the finished product. That's what he does.
Did you guys see that last shipment that just went out, physically see the shirts before they left?
We take reports.
Did you see
No,
the
we
shirts
didn't
before
see
they
it.
left? So
I didn't physically see that.
That's the problem. And you're copying an attitude right now. You're copying a real attitude with me right now.
This is not an attitude.
Yeah, you are. I know attitude when I see that from the Bronx. I know attitude when I see it. You're copying a real attitude right now, and I'm not having it.
What was the problem? Because you cannot correct it until you solve the problem.
I don't see teamwork here at all. I don't see you guys. You don't have each other's backs.
I saw him building.
I'm sorry, you don't have each other's backs at all. You're not on the same page.
You design, but
you're blaming each other.
Not really. You probably got that the wrong way.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, the fact that the person who was inspecting it did not, obviously the person
She
did the
could
job.
have been lying to you, for all you know,
But
but
you
you
need to
don't
now
know
find the
because you
problem
never
and-
saw
and
the
correct it.
T-shirt.
What lessons you learned from this?
Yeah. But the way in business, you get a lot of big scenarios. People come to you and say they have a problem, and you sit for a very long time trying to figure out what is the problem, and you don't know what the problem is, but you have to give an answer to it.
Just remember, life is unscripted.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
So for you viewers at home, please remember, the last thing you want to do when dealing with a problem in your business is to get so upset that you cannot identify where the problem happened or who is responsible. So keep a level head, solve the problem, and maintain your customer relationship. All of the teams have presented their reports and the judges have seen their performances on the challenge. When we get back, we'll see just who the judges send home.
I was very pleased being the resource person who presented the milestones, that a lot of what was introduced to you last week was taken on board and you did adapt it to your businesses. What we found though was that some people were not very realistic. The ideas were a little too grand. The number of people you require, you have to be realistic. You're operating in St. Lucia. You have a little bit limited fund to work with, and you need to be realistic, and you need to understand what works, what will work for you.
Well, but I think you fell short a little bit in the scenarios where you were caught by surprise. It was a good learning lesson for you for the future to realize that nothing's going to be staged for you, and that's how it is. And so you need to think on your feet and have maybe someone in charge who can address the situation instead of as a group trying to solve the problem together against one person.
A2M2, you really need to review your organizational charts and find ways of reducing costs. That is fundamental in what you've laid out. You have a good organizational chart, but there's lots of areas you could cut costs to ensure that the business is manageable. Quota, you showed clearly that you understood what you're supposed to do. You give a very detailed process, and it was well thought out. And clearly you put lots of hard work into it, which clearly paid off to make you #1 this week.
A2, M2, I'm sorry. You're in the bottom two, so you need to stay back. Okay?
Okay, good job everybody. Chaos, climates, good job. Okay, well done. Take a seat if you want to. Helpets, good job, but still I feel that you in over your head a lot of the numbers that you had, but I think you might take a look at that and see what you can do. It's still a good idea, and you made a fair effort with that. G&E, once again,